In Better Books today, well, we get a lot of pitches to have authors come on our program.
Yeah, but our next author stood out to our producers. He created a beautiful children's book based on his experiences growing up in an apartment complex in West Haven.
Yeah, instead of doing the interview here in the studio, we asked Melissa Cole to go meet him at the place where he found his inspiration. Here's her interview. Check it out.
Hi everybody, we are here with Abdul-Razak Zachariah, who has written this beautiful book, The Night Is Yours. Hello there.
Hi, how are you?
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And you really connect with this story because it's a lot about your childhood.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, so I grew up in these apartment complexes, Terrace Heights here in West Haven, and I basically had a lot of friends from a lot of different backgrounds living here. And so we grew up in apartment 12 down over there, and we would play games in this apartment complex. We would play hide and seek and tag. People would go to each other's apartments and hang out and play video games, and it was just a really open community space for a lot of children, especially children of color in this neighborhood. So I just loved being in this space and wanted to write something about that. Yeah.
And you went to Yale.
Yes, I
graduated 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then you got to work on the book?
Yes, yeah. So when I was a Yale student, I was part of the Education Studies program, and as part of my senior project, I was studying multiculturalism in children's books. So the idea of how we present children of color, characters of color in children's literature. And part of the research project was then going and writing something myself. And I was really focused at that time. Our family had recently moved out of this apartment, and I was really missing the idea of home and missing the idea of this specific apartment complex. So it kind of came to my mind how my mom would watch me from the window when I was playing, how I would watch my little sister when she was playing, and so I wanted to write something around those means, just to focus on the idea that home and community is especially important, especially if you can have a large open and public space where kids are always included.
Now, your sister is actually the inspiration for the main character,
yes.
right?
Yeah, she is.
And it's true, a lot of times when you're reading bedtime stories to your kids, I hadn't thought about it much, but a lot of times it's not really based in apartment complexes, it's just houses in suburbia, which is not where every child lives.
No, not at all. And for me, it was, especially because I did that research project, representation was extremely important. And there's a lot of stereotypes that come with apartment complexes in terms of seeing them as dangerous spaces. There's a lot of stereotypes related to the nighttime, and this book focuses on playing at night as well. And I want to say that, one, children of color, especially black children, can play outside at night and be safe if they're surrounded by their communities, and that communities in apartment complexes aren't dangerous, but are rather really warm and loving spaces where everyone's watching over each other, older siblings watching over younger siblings, other parents watching over other people's kids. And so for me, I saw a lot of value and importance in that, and thought I should put it out there, or at least write something and hope that it got out there.
And resonates with other children who are growing up in similar circumstances.
Exactly.
So for you wouldn't have changed a thing.
No, I think it was great.
Now let's talk a little bit about the illustrations, because they're just beautiful.
Yeah, Katura Bobo was the illustrator, and Katura was she was really good at getting this vision without us actually having to talk much, because the way that publishers usually work is they'll have the illustrator submit their portfolio, they'll have a manuscript come in from a writer, and then they'll pair them if those people weren't already working together. And I think Katura saw the words and immediately knew the type of environment that I was talking about. So without much conversation, she knew that it was this courtyard that kids would be playing with. She knew that there would be this beautiful use of purple and blue for the nighttime, and she knew that all of these kids would have a lot of different skin tones, kind of centered around darker skin tones, which was another thing that's not featured in children's books. And so I was just so excited that she got the idea without us talking very much, and it looks like what it felt like playing here at night as well.
So you can just reimagine what it was like when you were younger, playing here at night with all your friends.
Yeah, it was really, I was so confused that she got it on point. I was like, did you come and visit here? I wasn't entirely sure, but it was great. I'm really happy that we were put together to work on it.
Now, where can people find this book?
Yes, so you can grab this book at any bookstore. In New Haven, the Yale bookstore has it open and available. You can get it online on Amazon, on the Penguin Random House website. A lot of indie bookstores are selling it as well.
Okay, so this is your first book?
This is my first children's book.
Do you have any other plans?
I'm hoping to keep writing. I do have a day job as well. I work at a youth development and literacy program in New Haven called LEAP. So while balancing my day job, I'm also hoping to write another children's book, more focused on relationships between black boys and how they interact with each other in childhood. So,
okay, well, we'll look forward to that.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. Nice meeting you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
This is your night, little one. The skies are full of your laughter and joy. Go ahead, dance with the moon. Show everyone how to embrace the night like you do. Isn't that beautiful?
I love it, yeah. And it's so cool that he had this idea, and it started while he was a student.
I have goosebumps. What a great story.
All right, again, the book is called, if you're looking for it, The Night Is Yours. You can find it at your favorite bookstore.